This week on Afternoon Express, our first deaf Miss South Africa, Mia LaRue, shares how she uses her platform to promote inclusivity and self-confidence. Musical icon Tamara Day lets us in on why she's always pushing the boundaries and embarking on new journeys. Entrepreneur Ashwarya Badesi gives us the latest on her engagement to Kailan Naidu in Rajasthan. We have handy tips for new moms. Karishma shares some of her favorite beauty secrets. And She's Next winner Christine Masaiti tells us how she saw a gap in the market with Avos. Good evening, Zansi, and welcome back to the show. Today we are joined by a woman who didn't just wear the Miss South Africa crown, she fundamentally reshaped what it meant to be a beauty queen. As the first deaf woman to hold the title, she has used her platform to champion inclusivity, accessibility, and the idea that our differences are in fact our greatest strengths. Please help me welcome Miss South Africa 2024, Mia LaRue!
Thank you so much, Ayana. That was a beautiful introduction, and I am so happy to be here. I'm sure we can have a great conversation.
I don't doubt we will. I love that so much, and you look gorgeous in red.
Thank you, so do you. I'm loving the shimmer and the outfit, looking fresh.
Mia, you being crowned as Miss SA was history being made, being the first deaf woman, of course, to receive the crown. What has this done for your life, and what do you think it's doing for other people who are differently able?
So I think when I won the crown, that moment was a very powerful moment for all of us, because it was just a moment of affirmation that we are being seen, we are being recognized, we are being heard. Because before I won the crown, I went through life always trying to knock on doors, trying to create a life for myself, trying to get opportunities. And it just wasn't happening because of stigma, and it was hard. And you almost get at that point where you just want to show the world what people like me are capable of and what we can do. And when I received the crown, it was just like that moment of like, we are being seen, we are being heard, we are being given a chance.
Absolutely, and I can't speak to you and not talk about the importance of representation. Why do you think it's important for somebody like you to stand on a platform and speak on what makes you different as opposed to shying away from it?
I think it's important because if we are not willing to speak about our challenges, how will people know? How will they know what to fix?
Yeah.
When I was a little girl, I never thought someone like me could become a Miss South Africa because I never saw someone like me being represented.
Yes.
I felt very unseen, very unheard, and I was like, I'm gonna be my own superhero if I can't find one. So I think being willing to live in your truth can also just help to change the world for so much better, because you're not just changing your own life, you're changing the lives of so many others.
I think people don't realize how difficult it is, firstly, to speak your truth, but to do so unshamingly. And when you do it unshamingly, you make everybody else feel comfortable with the idea. And I mean, being uncomfortable is a sign of growth, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And let's talk about the Mia LaRue movement. It was the base of your work as Miss South Africa. How did you come about coming up with the idea? And what are some of those tangible policies or items you found coming out in the end?
So with the Mia LaRue movement, it was born based on when I received that crown, I made a promise to be more than just a sash. Like, I wanted to help to bridge the world between the heard and the unheard.
Yes.
For example, when I was speaking out about how my community gave me the gift of hearing when I received my cochlear implant because my parents could not afford it, and how it has changed my life. Dis-Chem was approaching me and willing to take hands with me to the Dis-Chem Foundation to help provide cochlear implants to persons who are deaf but cannot receive one because they also do not have the means to afford one.
Yes.
So we could in turn change their lives and I could give back. And I also partnered with the Before I Academy, where we provided over 200 learnerships with over 200 employment opportunities created for persons with disabilities. So the Mia LaRue movement was just that one thing that grounded me. It's what I set out to do. I already have come a long way with it, and that's something that no one can ever take away from me.
One thing about the Miss SA organization is that all they ask from us is to be authentic, and you've been authentic in every sense of the word. Anytime you speak, you talk about resilience and the importance of taking up space. Why was that something so important for you to push forward?
If you're not willing to take up your space, then no one is going to give that space to you.
True.
And if you are taking up your space, you are giving others the permission to take up their space as well, and to also remind them that they deserve that space. And resilience, of course, is very important, because we all know what happened at Miss Universe, how backstage my body failed me, and it was, of course, a hard moment because there was a lot of excitement around it.
Yeah.
And then when you come back home, you have to be resilient because you still have the whole year ahead of you. You made promises, you have to achieve those promises. Having gone through what I went through also helped me with my Miss SA journey in terms of resilience.
Yes.
And just keep continuing your journey with grace and just the best way you can.
Yes, and you show grace so beautifully.
Thank
I
you.
think one thing that a lot of people don't realize about pageant girls is that you enter a pageant that most resonates with who you are. And Miss South Africa has 4 important brand pillars, which I'm sure you know: beauty, championship, duty, and empowerment. Look at me, I still remember them. I feel proud of myself. Yes! Which one of these pillars do you think best resonates with you as an individual?
I would say duty and empowerment really speaks to me, because I came here to do a duty to my country and to persons who looks like me or feels like they are not fitting in. They feel like they look different to everyone else, they live different to everyone else, but they know at their core that they are capable, they've got a good heart. I want them to be able to look at what I've done and say, I deserve something beautiful too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You've poured your heart and soul into this. I mean, we've just crowned our new Miss South Africa. Such an exciting time. But what is some non-pageant advice that you'd give the new Miss South Africa?
I'm very proud of our new Miss South Africa, and the big congratulations. And the advice I would give her is you have to stay true to your roots. Remember why you entered. Let that guide every step of your reign. Because if you do that, then you will end your reign feeling proud of yourself.
Yes. One thing that a lot of people don't know about you is that before you became Miss South Africa, you were a marketing manager and a part-time BCom student of marketing.
Yes.
So you wear a lot of hats. Where is Mia going in the future?
So in the future, I definitely want to work within the marketing direction of taking on brand deals, etc. But I will be exclusive. I'm not going to work with every single one left and right. I want to build good relationships, work with brands I truly believe in.
Yes.
I will be doing disability workshops with corporates where we can actually help to change the corporate space for persons with disabilities, which I'm very, very, very excited about. But there is so much more I'm planning and thinking about, but I also believe in keeping your cards close to your chest.
Yes.
So yeah, now you have to keep an eye out.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be living on your Instagram to see what's happening.
Love it.
Mia, let's imagine in the future, 10 years from now, what do you want people to remember about your reign as Miss South Africa?
I just really want them to remember that it was a time that created hope for the ones who looked different, for the ones who felt unheard, and that it will always be that moment in history where a lot of I can't turned into I can.
Ooh, yes, please.
Because I think that was a big moment. We made history. We've shown a path being walked that no one has ever walked before. And when people look back and reflect during that time, I want them to feel hopeful and hopefully still remember what I stood for and still live that out.
Mia, thank you for showing us what a journey of resilience looks like. You've truly reshaped and reimagined the way that we think as South Africans.
Thank you so much.
Of course, and to you at home, please do not go anywhere because that will not be the last we see of Mia. Up next, helpful tips for new moms and Karishma's beauty secrets for well-nourished skin.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
The The first few weeks after giving birth, often called the fourth trimester, are an incredible time of change for both mom and baby. This time is all about finding the right rhythm, resting and bonding. So today we are at Bedford View Mother and Baby Centre, exploring how mother can care for herself and her baby during such a special time, and how Cuddlesome, exclusive to PEP, can make this time all the more enjoyable and affordable. Elaine, I'm so excited to learn so much more about the fourth trimester. What are some of the biggest surprises that have popped up in these first few weeks?
One of them is definitely the overwhelming emotional love and bond that you have with your baby, and how you can survive with very little sleep. I would say also that surprised me most was how difficult breastfeeding actually is, because society sketch it as natural and instinctive, but it's quite hard.
Oh, my word.
And then the motherly instinct that you immediately get, even though you didn't expect to, just kicks in immediately.
How are you finding that balance between caring for Levi and caring for yourself?
I've got some rituals that I have for myself and Levi, but simple ones like making myself a cup of tea and not reheating it. I try to drink it until it's finished. I will just open the curtains and make the bed, and if that's the only thing I do for that day, then that is fine.
And what are some of those routines you find yourself going to that help this period be both calmer and enjoyable for you and Levi?
Once you established your new normal,
Yeah.
because that is what it was to me, is finding a new normal. So not standing up in the mornings and doing hair and makeup and things, but you know, finding a ritual that works for you and your baby, like opening the curtains. Then open the curtains, take your baby, cuddle your baby, because they only stay little for
So long.
8 weeks.
Yes.
And enjoy the moment. I would say do not stress too much on a routine for yourself, but just get to know your baby first.
Elaine, as somebody who's actually living through the experience, what are some of those little comforts you find have made this time easier?
I would say wear your baby. By wearing your baby in a wrap, your hands are free, you can do things, have skin to skin. It's good for you and your baby's emotional health. It's also bonding time for you with your baby. I would say swaddle your baby. It does comfort them, or at least that's my experience. Give them a warm bath, it relaxes them, and it also relaxes you as a mother.
And to offer some gentle guidance and practical tips for these early months, we're joined by midwife and clinical sister, Liesel Turnbull.
So babies always feel more secure once they are swaddled. I prefer for them to have a light swaddle. So you're going to place one hand down, and when they swaddle, they feel like they're back inside the mom, so it makes them feel very secure. So it's almost like doing a burrito. Make sure the little legs are nice and straight. Hand down, and then across the baby like that. And then you pop this underneath. And then when you lay your baby down to sleep, always just make sure that they're at a 45-degree angle so that they don't go into their tummy.
Liesel, I'm really excited to learn everything about pregnancy and the fourth trimester, that trimester where your baby is now here. Why is this such a critical part of everything?
Even though the baby's out, it's probably the most important trimester. It's such a big change for mom and for the baby. The babies come from a nice, secure environment where it's the perfect temperature, the perfect sound, not too bright, not too loud. Baby feels the comfort of hearing the mom's heartbeat. And when the baby comes out, there's all this noise. The baby has to adjust to living in this outside world. So it can be quite stressful for the baby.
What are some of the challenges you often find new moms coming in with?
With social media, everybody's always posting pictures of their perfect baby and themselves looking glamorous, but it's not always like that back at home. Sometimes you don't even have time to brush your teeth or do your hair, never mind anything else. And then you see your friend who looks like she's got it all together. So I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Everybody wants to be the perfect mom. I think just by loving your baby, that's the best thing you can do for your little one, and that makes you a good mom.
And let's talk about the specifics. I'm not a mom yet, but I know that nappy changing is something that scares everyone. What are some items we can get from the Cuddlesome range to make this process easy for both mom and baby?
So obviously you're going to first and foremost need nappies, and lots of nappies with new babies. And then wet wipes is great, and you can also use a good bum cream or otherwise something like your petroleum jelly.
What are some techniques that you can give to mom and baby to help them bond with each other? We talk a lot about skin to skin, but what exactly are the benefits of that?
So skin on skin is when you just, you lie on your bed and you place your baby on your chest. The baby feels your heart rate, the baby smells you, and the research has shown that the baby's their heart rate slows down, they breathe nicely.
And as a midwife, what is some advice you can give to a new mom who is just feeling like she's not on track?
So I think it's very important to have a good support system. So, a lot of us, we've wanted to be the perfect mom, that we're doing everything ourselves, but it takes a village to raise a child. So make use of that village. So if you've got family that want to bring meals, if you've got people that want to go shopping for you, let them do it for you. This is a special time for you and your baby to bond. Embrace that time. You're never going to get this chance again.
What an educational time spent with you. Thank you so much for your time, Liesl.
Thank you so much for joining me.
From those first cuddles to those first feeds, Pep's Cuddlesome range has everything you need for mom and baby. From nappies and wet wipes to swaddles, blankets, and everyday baby toiletries, you can pick up 100% cotton rompers, beautifully soft, affordable, and in one spot. And remember, you stand a chance of winning a 2,000 Rand Pep voucher. To enter, head on over to the Afternoon Express Instagram, Facebook, and X pages and show us your Pep Cuddlesome finds this week. Don't forget to use hashtag Cuddlesome exclusive to Pep. Entries close midday this Sunday, the 9th of November, and T's and C's apply and can be found at afternoonexpress.co.za. As the year draws to a close, it's the perfect time to slow down, unwind, and treat yourself to a well-deserved self-care session. And what better way to do that than with a relaxing spa day at home? Karishma shows us exactly how to create the ultimate Papa experience using some of her favorite finds from Pep Home.
With the festive season approaching, there's no better time to pause, unwind, and indulge in some well-deserved me time. Hi, I'm Karishma, and today I'm creating the perfect self-care escape. With a little help from Pep Home, I have all the self-care essentials I need to escape the hustle and bustle. I'm starting by setting the scene. Creating the perfect mood is essential for any self-care moment. Pep Home has a wide variety of candles to choose from, making setting any mood effortless. Fragrance diffusers are an easy way to uplift your mood and soothe your senses. I am so impressed with these zero twist towels that I found at Pep Home. They are made with using untwisted fibers for extra softness and absorbency. It's perfect for quick, comfy drying after every bath or shower. These zero twist towels are designed for a soft, plush feel that's gentle on the skin. The scene is set, I can finally take a deep breath and relax and do my skincare. I'm starting off by holding my hair back with this really cute headband that I found. Pep Home has all the gadgets that you need to really elevate your skincare ritual. And I'm going to start by cleansing my face. As a busy working mom, I am often sleep deprived. These facial rollers have been my ultimate lifesavers. I pop them in a fridge for a little bit so that they get nice and cold, and they are so cooling and refreshing around my eye area. My top secret skincare tip is using one of these ice rollers. But my secret is that I often use my fermented rice water in here to give my skin an extra boost. The next step in my skincare routine is one that I have become obsessed with lately, and that is gua sha. I'm going to start by applying a beautiful serum to my face to give your skin a nice slip. I like a serum that's hydrating and plumping to really get that glow going. Now it's time to start the gua sha. I love that I found this gua sha tool at Pep Home. Gua sha has been absolutely transformative for my skin. It is so great for circulation, for lymph drainage, and it's such an easy and quick thing to add to your skincare routine. For me, I just do it every morning for a few minutes, and some days I have 5 minutes to do my gua sha, other days I have only 1 minute to do my gua sha. but I find that every little bit makes such a huge difference. I can really see the glow in my skin afterwards, and also my face shape. My face just feels so sculpted after I do this. Pep Home has a wonderful range of bath and body products. I love that they all have a soothing lavender scent, which is so calming and relaxing. From your foam bath to body scrub and your body lotion, every step of your body care routine is covered. My ultimate self-care indulgence is taking a long, relaxing bath, and that bath isn't complete without a bath bomb. This moment's just for me. See you after my bath. Self-care to me is paramount, especially since becoming a mom. I've realized the true importance and value of taking time out for myself so that I can refill my cup, and therefore I have more to give to my family and the people around me. That bath was exactly what I needed to feel relaxed and rejuvenated. But I'm not quite done yet. I can't forget about my hands and my nails. And this nail kit from Pep Home is perfect to give yourself a mini manicure at home. The older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing the importance of moisturizing my hands. Hydration is key to keeping the skin on my hands looking healthy and vibrant. And just like that, my self-care day has come to a peaceful end. Taking time for myself has reminded me how important it is to take a pause, especially during the busy festive season. With a few thoughtful touches and self-care essentials from Pep Home, you can turn any day into a calming, peaceful moment.
From calming candles and refreshing room scents to plush blankets and all the self-care essentials you could dream of, Pep Home has everything you need to wrap yourself in comfort. Up next, South African musical icon Tamara Day unpacks her impressive career.
Express yourself.
Make room for more staycations and poolside sips. Life's better with Pep Home.
Express yourself.
Our next guest is an icon whose voice is woven into the very fabric of South African dance culture. From the moment she burst onto the scene with Thathi Mpahla Yakho, she has consistently pushed boundaries, earning her titles like the First Lady of Kwaito and more recently being recognized as a true house godmother to the next generation. For over 2 decades, she has redefined evolution in music, seamlessly moving from one exciting genre to the next. Please welcome the one and only Tamara Day.
That was a lovely intro. Thank you so much.
It's your bio. How are you, gorgeous?
I'm very well, thank you. It's lovely to be here.
I'm so happy to speak to you. I mean, like you said, you've had a career over 2 decades, but I'm going to take it to the very beginning,
Yes.
where you were called the First Lady of Kwaito.
Yes.
Talk to me about that first collaboration with the Brothers of Peace and
Yes.
which part of that collaboration resonated with you.
I had a really incredible start. I was welcomed into the African community. My music was welcomed with open arms, and I was treated as a part of the family. It was a very blessed beginning for me, and I just wanted to make great music, and it was a very, defining moment in terms of the direction and the course I would take.
Yes.
And the spaces I would go on to explore without even thinking about it. So it really was a very blessed time for me.
I love that so much. And I mean, the way that your career went was in many different directions at one. You've went from Kwaito to solo pop. Can you talk to me about the importance of reinventing yourself through the course of your career?
Yes, for me, it's been an absolute necessity. It comes from, who I am as a person.
Yes.
I'm inspired by so much. I've always loved multiple genres. For me, I could never put all my eggs in one basket musically and creatively.
Yes.
I love the reinvention, and that reinvention is a big part of my creative process. It's a big part of what keeps me inspired. I'm so inspired by what's new, new sounds, new fashion, new art, new artists. There's nothing that thrills me more, and I'm very invested in it as a fan. And I'm a fan before I am an artist, before I'm a producer, singer, DJ. I'm a fan of music, and I think that's what really keeps me connected to my craft in a very organic way that it'll never stop.
Tamara, you've just been recognized as a godmother for the South African chapter of the Lady of the House movement. What does this term godmother mean in this context?
Lady of the House are a global movement and record label. And what they're all about is uplifting women and non-binary artists in the dance music culture around the world.
Yes.
And they approached me to work with them, and I was absolutely thrilled at the opportunity. I'm loving being at a point in my career where I've moved also beyond being an artist, but moved into the spaces where I'm part of building the culture, not just being on the stage.
Absolutely.
And it couldn't have happened, my connection with them, at a better time, because I really am very authentically in that space. I'm loving that. I'm loving being a part of passing it on, creating opportunities, building the culture, etc.
You were primarily known as a vocalist, and then you stepped into the DJ and the production, doing some behind the scenes work as well. How was that transition for you, and why was it necessary?
It was necessary because I felt like, honestly, I hit a bit of a plateau for me. I could have gone on as I was, continued to bring out new music every year, and keep doing my shows as an artist, as a vocalist in clubs and festivals. I felt like I'd hit a bit of a ceiling. I almost talked myself out of it. I was like, maybe is it a bit late to maybe venture down this path at this point in your career, 2 decades in? And I'm so relieved I didn't talk myself out of it. And I just want to say to anyone watching, do not ever do that.
Yeah.
There is no time limit on creativity, on upskilling, on learning a new craft, on whatever it is. Don't talk yourself out of it. It has unlocked a new era for my career. And I couldn't be more grateful to be at this point, having experienced what I have and be embarking on this brand new journey, being exposed to brand new genres, groups of new fans, new friends. It's just been incredible. And what that then led me to, so I've been DJing for the past 2 years. I did a couple of courses. I really took it very seriously. Having limited time, I knew I needed to elevate very quickly. So I have not messed around.
I'm done with the things that don't bring me love no more.
I cannot have you here without speaking about Desire. You released it a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Please let us know about the sound, the emotion, and why you decided to release.
Yes. Desire dropped a few weeks back. It's a track I've produced and written in collaboration with MCK, a very talented Afro House artist. We just hit it off like a house on fire. Just loved what he was doing in the Afro House scene. We got into studio. We started making some magic. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you.
Ooh.
And just stepping into like a renewed passion. It was a healing moment for me to kind of write that song, because obviously it's all related to something I've gone through.
Yes.
And I think everyone can relate to. I think this happens to us many times in our lives. We kind of lose ourselves and then we reconnect with who we are. We step back into the things that make us happy and into our passions. That's really what the core of the song is about. And we had so much fun putting the production together. He's so talented. But yeah, really excited and loving the response so far. And thank you to everyone who's supported the single so far.
Oh, so amazing. And I'm sure it's just going to continue to blow up.
Lots of new music coming.
Tamara's career is a masterclass in artistry, business, and fearless evolution. Thank you so much again for sharing
Thank
your
you.
journey with us. And for you at home, don't go anywhere, because we'll be seeing Tamara again very soon. Up next, award winner Christine Masaiti tells us about her innovative Avo Eco Power project, and content creator and entrepreneur Ashwarya Padesi gets engaged in Rajasthan.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
Every day, we meet South Africans who remind us that real change starts with an idea and the courage to follow it. This is one of those stories. For every breakthrough, there's someone who saw a gap and built a bridge. Innovative entrepreneur Christine Masaiti built a solar-powered factory on wheels. Today, we get to meet the ABSA and Visa's She's Next winner, who's redefining empowerment one Avo at a time.
Christine, thank you so much for having me in your space. I'm so excited to learn everything about you and your business. But before we get into that, let me start off by just saying a huge congratulations. What an achievement.
Thank you so much. I am so thrilled. It has given me so much confidence that I think I can do anything.
Please, can you tell me more about Grand Stage Trading and how it all started?
Growing up, I used to like going to the farms to get fresh produce and seeing farmers losing a lot of produce post-harvest. It really broke my heart. And one of these days when I was there, I met Thandi, an avocado farmer who had lost so much. I think she had lost about 5 tons of avocados worth about 70,000 rand. So I decided to form Grand Stage Trading to process post-harvest losses into wealth, starting with the avocados, since Grand Stage focuses on clean energy for such solutions.
Please, can you tell me more about the ABSA and She's Next program? How do you feel it's helping you turn your dreams into a reality?
It has really given me the confidence to produce something that is meaningful, that can be scalable across the globe. So this program has taught us to refine the business model, the business plan, everything that goes into the business as part of the training. So it has given me so much confidence that I think I can do anything.
Amazing. And let's talk about this project of yours, Avo Eco Power. Please tell me how it works and why the model works.
We are dealing with farmers who are in the rural areas where even infrastructure is a problem. So I decided to bring the factory to their farm gate. So we process on the farm. And the process starts with the farmer. They book online. We send them a unique code. They pay, and we bring it to their location. And then we start processing. The oil will be produced immediately, and they can see if it's 5 liters, 10 liters, and then the samples are taken to the lab and we bottle and it goes on the market. The waste is also repurposed for byproducts, which can also be sold.
That is absolutely amazing. And in what ways do you think you are changing the way that farmers are earning?
Their income has really increased between 30 to 40%. Some of them never used to have any money. They would just end up giving away the avocados because most of them would have avocados everywhere, so they didn't have markets. So we have opened markets for most of them, and you can actually see that they are now beginning to earn money where the market excludes them, because one thing that I would like to share with you is that farmers have to be accredited for their products to qualify for premium markets. So most of these farmers, they don't have accreditation or certification. So their products cannot qualify. But when we extract the oil, it becomes premium. And that is the trick. That's why they are able to earn more.
What advice would you have for a woman who's watching you stepping into your own light, unshamingly so, that's just too afraid to take that step to shine their own light?
As a woman, if you have an idea, don't be afraid. Try it, because the only way you can know whether it works or not is when you have tried, and you lose nothing by trying. So for women out there who have good ideas and who also want to run businesses, that small thing, it doesn't matter what it is. Sometimes you don't need to be that educated. You just need to have an idea, resilience, and you need to have discipline and follow it through. And that is exactly how it works.
From a bold idea to a thriving business, Christine's story is a reminder that it's not just about what you build, but also about the people that you uplift along the way. And in this corner of South Africa, where women lead, innovate, and rise, we are reminded that when she rises, so do the rest of us. This past week has been very significant to many, and that's because Monday, the 20th of October, signaled the beginning of Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights. To help us learn more about this special day, we visited Ashwarya Padesi, founder of Yayara South Africa, and her new fiance, Kailan Naidu, to find out how they celebrate.
Hi, I'm Ashwarya Padesi, the founder of Yayara South Africa. Welcome to our home for a special celebration. My favorite aspect of Diwali is the family time, because we don't often get to spend time with family. Everyone has very busy lives and a lot of people are out of Durban. But Diwali is a time when everyone comes back to Durban and we kind of get to live the way we did when we were kids. Visiting family and eating together, laughing together, dressing up, taking photos, just family time for me is the best.
It's our first Diwali as an engaged couple, so it was the first time we heard Happy Diwali and congratulations in the same
day
kind of greeting scenario. So we saw everyone for the first time after the engagement, so there was a lot of letting everyone know what happened, how it happened.
These two lovebirds met during COVID in March 2020, and it's been a magical journey ever since. They knew from the start that they had something special, so it was only a matter of time before Kailan popped the big question.
It's a bit of a 21st century love story. I decided to message her based on a story of her and her dog on Instagram. And I think maybe 2 months later, we met for our first date at sunrise on the beach.
It was actually the first opportunity we got to meet.
An hour-long date turned into a 2-hour date, which turned into a 3-hour date in 6 hours, and then we haven't stopped talking since. So.
Yeah, we met during this period where the world was
completely shut down.
Completely shut down. So we couldn't really do things that we would have normally done.
Which was actually nice.
Yeah, because we got to properly
on a different level.
Understand each other. Lots of like home visits. We got to spend so much of time with families, like each other's families very early on, which was important to me.
And now we're engaged.
Yeah.
So we got engaged in Rajasthan at Amir Fort. I proposed there, so it was extremely intentional that it was her second favorite city apart from Durban. Really wanted to make sure that she had her dream engagement, and I think it worked out perfectly. And we stayed at a place called the Leela Palace, which was a really beautiful place, and maybe that's where she had a little bit of an inkling that something might be happening.
Yeah.
I thought I would feel more nervous than I did. I definitely forgot my words, but it definitely felt like a culmination of many things that came into one. So, I mean, it went perfectly, I think.
I'm very much a gold person. So when it came to my engagement outfit, I knew that I wanted it to be something that felt like rays of sunshine, that was as positive as our relationship. So the fabric was sourced from India and it is heavily sequined, but in a type of sequin that's very dull Indian gold. And it almost looks a little bit tarnished, but it screams royalty, and I think that's what I really wanted. The jewelry was actually bought from Rajasthan. I actually found it on the street the day before we did the shoot, and I loved it. It's red with proper bandhani pattern on it that kind of mirrors Rajasthani women culture and their fashion, which I think is so beautiful.
As the male in the shoot, you also don't want to drag away too much attention from her outfit, so I think we went extremely classic, and we have hints of the detail on it, but it's kind of a white on white with touches of silver, so I think it complemented her outfit very well, which I think was the major focus for me, as well as still looking classy and simple as well.
I have founded and currently own Yayara South Africa. We are South Africa's first fully customizable online Eastern wear store. My goal was to get a bride or a girl or a boy the exact outfit that they wanted. So I have been in digital and social media marketing for the last 9 years or so. And I understood marketing and I understood social media and I understood business. And obviously had fashion and design skills. So started Yayara, fully social commerce based, and the rest is history.
Aishwarya and Kaylin enjoy spending time together over a delicious meal, and one of their favorite places in Durban is Roti and Chai, owned and managed by Sandesh Rampasad.
My inspiration for the tandoori tawa palau was created in Spain, Barcelona. We created the dish on a pan as a tandoori paella. When I got back to Durban, I didn't think that would ring too well with my customers. So I changed it into a tandoori tawa palau and covered it with a naan lid. The clay pot that we served our tandoori tawa palau is called a matka. That is what enhances the taste and the flavor of the dish.
The food is definitely flavorful. Definitely has that authentic Indian spice, which we love.
And also, like, vegetarian food is so difficult to find, but when you do find it, it's usually really great. I think the thing we're most grateful for is each other and the general life that we live, that we get to have opportunities to work harder, to be better people.
Hard work is a gratitude thing. We've been grateful enough to get an opportunity to do some of the things that we're doing, so we'll always give 100% to make sure it shows that we're grateful for the opportunity in the first place.
Also just the general support that comes from our family and from our friends. It's been incredible. Like, since the engagement, since we started dating, really.
Yeah, that's true.
We're so grateful to you and we love all of you so much.
A huge congratulations to Aishwarya and Kaylin, and of course, we here at Afternoon Express hope that all our Hindu viewers have had an amazing Diwali this year. Up next, Mia LaRue and Tamara Day tell us their secrets and strategies when it comes to dealing with adversity.
Make room for more surprise and delight. Life's better with Pep Home.
Now we are back with both of our guests to delve into a very relatable topic for many South Africans. Adversity is something we all face, and we want to find out just how these two gorgeous ladies have faced that adversity and succeeded in spite of it. Ladies, we're about to have a hefty conversation, but before we do that, let's dish up. Ladies, both of you have had such exceptional careers and you've achieved so much success, but it's also not difficult to believe that there might have been some speed bumps in the form of adversity along the way. What is the biggest adversity you've experienced and how did you overcome it? Let's start with you, Mia.
So I think my biggest adversity I had to face is basically that the world is not always built for someone like me who is hearing impaired. And then of course I think just the stigma in general that you have to face, that you are not capable of doing your job or you are being undermined in terms of your capabilities. And when I became a South Africa, that is something I was trying to break, and I believe that I already walked a very good journey in terms of helping to break that stigma and helping to make the world a bit more accessible. But we still have a lot of work to do.
We do, and I think recognizing that is what will make all of the difference.
Exactly.
Now, we cannot talk about adversity without speaking about how you overcame it. How did you find that strength of pushing forward, of yes, this is something that's trying to hold me back, but I'm still going to carry on?
So first of all, I was raised by a very supportive, loving parent, and my mom would always have conversations with me, telling me that sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never harm you.
True.
So I think when I was growing up, a lot of people tried to tell my story for me in terms of what I can do, what I'm capable of, and what I am. And I think it just came a day, you know, sometimes you have those little, it clicks moment.
Yeah.
I had one of those click moments where I just realized I'm not going to let anyone else tell my story.
Yeah.
I'm going to believe in what I know in my heart to be true about myself, and I'm going to write my own story. And I have to be the first one to believe in it. Everybody else will catch on when I show them what I can do. So I think it's just that self-belief, knowing who I am and believing in me.
Oh, that sounds so amazing, Mia. And I mean, that's so true about the testaments of stories. Stories play such a big role for us. And coming to you, Tamara, what is one adversity that you can think about that you've experienced either in your life or in your musical journey?
I would probably say the thing that comes first and foremost to mind has been my struggles with my health. I think it's sort of one of those things you take for granted a bit until you don't have it. You know, in my line of work, in the music industry, as a vocalist and a touring DJ and all of that, I think I've always been one of those people that just doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah.
And the show should always go on, and my health has always taken a back seat. Long story short, I ended up in hospital just post-COVID, and for the next few years was sort of in and out of hospital and had 4 major stomach surgeries. In the end, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis and IBD, which is inflammatory bowel disease.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I didn't talk about it at the time because I was really concerned that I wouldn't get any work. And I really regret that. I regret that I didn't understand how much support I would get. I'm not a person that shares my struggles very much. Luckily, I've gotten to a place, you know, by my, I can't remember, 3rd or 4th surgery, I became more vocal about it and was able to actually talk about it and really kind of help people and connect with people who'd gone through the same thing I had, and so much better to have shared it with people, and wish I had done it sooner.
Yeah.
And I want to say that, like, we all go through so much, but we don't have to do it alone. It's been a year now, and I'm in a really good place.
Yeah.
So, but really, leaning into the support of family and friends, people who are going through it, and just my daughter, you know, the people you love, and wanting to just not miss out on a second of it. And that's also definitely helped me face adversity.
And for our viewers watching at home, for somebody who's going through a bit of adversity themselves right now, but feels too scared to carry on, but wants to achieve those dreams, what is some advice that you can give them? Tamara, let's start with you this time.
Please, just do not give up. Life shifts and pivots day to day.
Yeah.
And a lot of what we go through is temporary.
True.
I couldn't have imagined I would be where I am now during that time at my worst.
Yeah.
I couldn't have seen that I would have, you know, launched new aspects to my career, that I would be releasing. I mean, honestly, it can all turn around, and it really, really, so just hang in there.
Lovely. And Mia, just closing remarks from you as well for viewers who are excited to hear from a Miss South Africa. What could you tell somebody going through a difficult time right now?
I think who you are and your adversity and what you are going through. Like, for example, before me, there was never a Miss South Africa that was deaf or had a disability.
Absolutely.
And if I let this become an obstacle, then I would never have dared to believe that I can actually become Miss South Africa, which I am now. Yay!
Yes, Miss SA, dare to dream.
Iconic.
So I think when you are willing to walk a road that has not been walked before, you are really also helping to pave a road for other people who have those same dreams. So your obstacle, it can transform into something beautiful if you let it.
Amazing. What a beautiful reminder of the importance of representation as well. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. You've been absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you so much. It was so lovely to be here as well.
I'm glad.
Thank you for having us and for the delicious conversation and the delicious food.
Oh, of course. And thank you so much at home for joining us. And remember, you can catch us every Tuesday evening at 6 on S3 with repeats on Sunday mornings at 8:30. But for now, Mzansi, good night. We'll see you again next time.
Another feel-good production.